Right. First of all, I need to remember you guys from, I think, today is 23rd. So for this month, you are having 5 weeks. So the last day we will meet in this month will be June 30. Right? So that is next week. So most of the times, right, from next week onwards, I try to start from 5:30. Right. I think I told this one in the last week as well as the week before last week, right? So I try to start the class from next week onwards 5:30 p.m. Right? So that's the main message that I want to give you. Right? So okay, so in the last week we started the lesson direct proportion, right? So in last week I discussed about something, right? Very small portion of that, right? And I told you the thing that I wrote in the board in the last week, right? Right? It is something like this name. So if x increases, I don't write up. Just I am explaining. If x increases, y decreases, right? In the same ratio, right? And same thing happens to the other way also. That means if x decreases with the same ratio, right? With the same ratio, sorry. If x increases, y increases in the same ratio, and if x decreases, y decreases in the same ratio, right? So we wrote this in last week, right? So when we discuss about this kind of things, right, we can write down the vice versa thing of right, vice versa thing. So now I am going to write it as well, right? Look at the word. This is very easy, yeah. Right, maker. First of all, we have to discuss some like some theories, like, so it would be boring, right? It would be boring definitely, but we have to do, right? So the vice versa case of the previous thing, right? Previous week that we did this, right? So let's write down first, then I will explain, right? If two quantities are in direct proportion, if two quantities two quantities are in direct proportion, TION proportion, then when comma we can write down, right? One quantity increases, right? And the other quantity increases, right? When two quantities are in direct proportion, right? If the two quantities are in direct proportion, then when we can say one quantity increases, the other quantity increases, right? And in the same way, right, one quantity decreases, the other quantity decreases too, right? But importantly, in the same ratio, right? In the same ratio, right? So if you can please write this down. බලන්නකො දැන් දාවේ.
Oh, sir.
All right. Okay. Please write this down. I just began. Please, when you finish writing, please let me know. You can send me Y. Oh, you can send me D for duck. You can send me D, yeah. D for done. When you finish writing. Okay, Ritik has finished. Please, others. Okay, Pavinsha done. සෙනුත්ගේ මම හිතන්නේ කාගෙද ඔනාලිගේ ෆෝන් එක වැඩ නැහැ. I sent her a message, but message not delivered, right? Okay. So hope you guys have finished writing this, huh? Right. Okay. So in the last week we discussed the other way of this one, right? So
No,
we,
sir.
sorry.
Teacher, sir, I need a little time.
So last week we discussed the vice versa thing of this, right? So basically we discussed something like if two quantities like x and y, you can refer your note, nah? Right? X and y. Let's say one quantity is x, the other quantity is y, and if x increases, then y increases in the same ratio, right? In the same ratio, then we can say that x and y are in direct proportion, right? In direct proportion, right? Then if x decreases and if y decreases with the same ratio, right? Then we can say x and y are in direct proportion, right? But we have today here discussed, but if two quantities are in direct proportion, already given your two quantities are in direct proportion, right? Two quantities are in direct proportion. Now, one quantity increases, the other quantity increases, or one quantity decreases, the other quantity decreases, right? We can say that they are in the same ratio, right? So something like this vice versa thing of the previous week what we discussed, and this is the other way around of the thing that we discussed in last. right? So, however, they proportion, right? Direct proportion, right? So, don't try to by heart this මේක මේ ගොඩක් මොඩුලර් පාඩම් කරන්න දාගන්න යනකොට අපි මේක catch කරමු by doing some more examples, right? So don't worry about that, right? For this kind of things, when we are going to use or when we are going to do questions, right? For examples, by using this method, we are going to first use a method called unitary method, right? Now don't do anything. I am going to just give you an right I'm going to just give you an introduction, right? So sometimes you might have heard about unitary method, right? So now try to understand what is unitary method. Don't write anything. I'm just saying I will give you, right? Unitary method, right? Now today, as the beginning of the lesson, right, we are going to do some questions by using unitary, right? Here you have unitary, right? Inside this word, you have unit, right? Inside this one, you have unit, right? So if you can remember the fraction lesson, right? You had like something like unit fraction, right? What is the property of a unit fraction? Can anyone remember? What is the property of the unit fraction? Please tell me, anyone. මතක නම් කියන්න බලන්න. What is the property of a unit fraction? Tell me. I am giving you a chance, right? To show, right? Capital වෙනම chance එකක් දෙනවා. So tell me. වැරදුනට කමක් නැහැ, right? ඔය ලැජ්ජාව පැත්තකින් තියලා. Please, can say anyone tell me what is the property of a unit fraction? මතක නැද්ද? What is unit fraction? What is? Can anyone tell me an example? Example like here. Banugul, please tell me an example for unit fraction. Pavinsha? What are the correct? Tell me. Grade 7, na? Grade 7 lessons, na? Fraction, right? So, okay, I will tell. Gyala paper kiyanna. Bituni, what is the unit fraction? Example, give me an example. Banuga, Prisandi, Ritik, Tenukmi, Kavinsha, no one. Sorry, okay. Right, so unit fraction means something like this thing, 1 upon 3, 1 upon 4, 1 upon 5, right? 1 upon 100. So these are called the unit fraction, right? Now you can see the numerator already 1, right? Unit, unit. This is a unit, right? So one part, right? One part. Keep that in your mind, unit. So in this question, right, in this direct proportion thing, we are going to use already use one part, right? Before going into too much of things, right? When the problem given, right? Now you have example number 1, right? Example number 1, blah 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 blah, right? So let's say price of 5 books. Price of 5 books is 500 rupees, right? 500, right? 5 books, 500. Here you have to use unitary method. Unitary method. 1 unit. 1 unit means how many books are there? 5 books, right? 5 books. Altogether, how many rupees? 500. All 5 books cost 500 rupees. Now, what you have to do? By using the unitary method, you have to first find the price of one book, right? Price of one book. Here you have 5 books. That 5 books cost 500 rupees, right? How do you find the price of one book? By dividing this 500 by the number of units, right? Number of units, 5 books, 5 books. 500 divided by 5. Then you will be able to get the price of one book. That means 1 unit, right? Price of 1 unit, right? Okay. So that is the basic introduction to this uh, direct proportion examples. So now we are going to jump into some questions, right? Now let's see how to solve questions by using, right? How to solve questions by using the unitary method. Keep this in your mind. There is something called price of 5 books is 500 rupees. Price of 5 books means so I need to use unitary method. Price of five books 500. 500 divided by 5. That is the price of one book. Right. Okay. Yeah. I can continue. Right. So then you have to build logic. Right. Okay. So let's jump into some examples. Before that, right. Before that, please write down unitary method. Unitary method. Right. So we are going to use this method, right? Unitary method to solve a question, right? Please write this. Right. I am going to share the screen. Please write this one only. Right. Uh, Solving problems related to direct proportion using the unitary method. Right. Then write example number 1. Suppose we want to find the price of 5 books. Given that the price of 3 books of that type is 150 rupees. Let's find the price of one book in order to find the price of 5 books. So please write this first. Right. When you finish writing, please let me know. Huh? Please write this solving problems related to direct proportion using the unitary method. Right. Then write example number 1. Suppose we want to find the price of 5 books. Right. Given that the price of 3 books of that type is 150 rupees, let's find the price of 1 book in order to find the price of 5 books. And this lesson is very easy. Yeah? If you catch the pattern, right? If you catch the pattern, this is nothing. Right? Right. And also please write this one as a important, right? The question, your question is this one, right? Example number 1. So in most importantly, you have to write down this one. I will explain. Right. Here you can see two quantities. They are number of books and the price. Then first of all, you need to find initial price of one book is found. So initially price of one book is found. Then to find price of 5 books, we multiplied the price of one book by 5. Right? Don't write the rest. Right? Please write only this part. Right? Please let me know once you finish. Right? Right. Over a real level, no, right? When you finish, let me know. You can send me D once you finish. I will put it in the chat. Right. I am going to stop sharing now. Hope you have finished writing. Right. Okay. Right. Kalana, did you finish writing? Please let me know. Kalana, Bithuni, Bhanugar, and others. Yeah, median. Right. Taggal liyagan nodin namang just share in the screen. Right. So, okay. So I will explain that one. Huh? So basically, right, the question says, right, you have given like the price of 3 books, right, has been given. Huh? So what you have been given for the example number 1, right? So you have to find the price of 5 books. Don't write that. Right? Price of wait. Sorry. Right. So you have to find the price of 5 books, right? According to the question. Right? It says firstly, like suppose we want to find the price of 5 books. So you need to find the price of 5 books. Huh? I will put it like question mark. You need to find that means 5 books, right? 5 books. And given that the price of 3 books of that is 150. You have been given price of 3 books. Right? This is similar to the last thing that I have discussed. That I told you to keep in mind something like unitary method, right? So keep in mind price of 3 books equals 150, right? This is very easy, yeah? Right? Try to catch the pattern, right? Then nothing. This is nothing, right? 3 books, 150 rupees. Right. Then I told you to write something important, right? So it says here you can see two quantities. What are the two quantities? One quantity is book, right? Don't write anything. Book. The other quantity is the price, right? The price. This is how we are going to identify the quantities, right? Which are the quantities that I am going to deal with. අප ගනුදෙනු කරන්න යන මේ මොනවද quantities මොනවද කියලා now you are going to identify, right? By reading the question you have to identify them, right? Here book and the other one is price. So two quantities, right? Initially I told you to find, right, the price of one unit, right? One unit. Here the unit equals to the book, right? You need to find the price of one book in order to find the price of 5 books, because here you have been given the price of 3 books, 150. Okay, now look at the rule. Right? So these are from your question. Price of five books you need to find. Price of 3 books, it has been given. You know that, right? In the question, it has been given already. So by using this one, you have to find the price of one book, right? Now, how to find the price of one book? Here, 3 books, 150 rupees, right? So how to find the price of one book, right? So here you have 3 books, 150. So you can divide both sides by 3, right? In order to find the price of one book, right? 150 divided by 3. It will give you like 50 rupees, right? Now we have to write this in Word, right? So this part can be done in your like later part of this lesson, but you have to write this thing in your own words, right? Okay. Now look at the book. Don't write that. I will give you the time to write, right? So first of all, so you have to write these two first, right? By looking at the questions, by reading the question, you have to write price of 5 books. That is what you have to find. Then price of 3 books, which is 150 rupees. Okay. So by using unitary method, so I need to find the price of one book first, right? By using this data, right? Price of one book, right? So all 3 books cost 150 rupees. Unit is essential, na? May unit take අනිවාර්යෙන් දාන්න ඕන, right? So then if you do not put the unit, your answer will be wrong, right? It will be a correct answer, but you will be having like half mark, right? So try to understand that, 150 rupees, 3 books. So we are going to find the price of one book. So we have to divide this by 3, right? So 150 divided by 3, it will give you 50 rupees, right? Then you know the price of one book, right? One book is equal to 50 rupees, right? What you have to find? Price of 5 books. Now you can find price of 5 books. What you have to do? You know the price of one book, which is 50 rupees, right? 50 rupees. And you need to find price of 5 books, right? So you have to multiply it by 5. So 50 times 5, it will give you 250, right? So this is how we are going to approach these kind of, right? Please write down this, right? Sorry. How the Rishanti, sorry. I just see it. I just saw it. Rishanti is still writing, right? Sorry. Rishanti, now okay. I'm sorry. I didn't.
Okay, sir.
Right. Okay.
Okay, sir.
මට ඒ වෙලාවට පොඩ්ඩක් මයික් එක on කරලා කියන්න ඕනේ. So that I
Okay.
sometimes I miss your message. Right? අර chat එක දකින්නේ නැහැනේ. Right? So please write this up. And when you finish, let me know. You can send me D for done. ටක්කල එවන්න. Okay, Rishandia is done. Mituni, okay. Kritika, okay. Khalana, Kavinsho, done, okay. Right, okay. So I am going to again share the screen, right? And please write this. If 3 kilogram of apple cost 150, what is the cost of 5 kilograms of apple? Please do that. Sir, please write this. Right, ටක්කල ලියන්න. Right. When you finish writing, please let me know. You can send me D for done. I will put it into the chat as well. Right. Okay. I'm going to stop sharing. Right. Right. Now look at the board. I am going to first explain. Right. So you have to first read the question. Right. If the question says if 3 kilograms of apple cost 150 rupees, so it is something like preview. Right. So it is something like preview. Right. 3 kilograms of apple equals to 150 rupees, right? And they are asking what is the cost of 5 kilograms of apple, right? So, first of all, you have to write, right? What is being asked, right? From you, right? You have to write each and every time. You can't watch the paper, right? So, there are two ways, right? Either you can remind all the whole question, right, by reading one time in your memory. Can you do that, right? Then so you have to read the paper and all the data you have to save in your memory one time, right? Or the second way you can use is you can write down most important points from the question in your book, right? Where you are going to give your answers, right? Yeah, right. So I will write my important things right? Important points from my question here, right? So what it said is, right? So someone has sent me the answer, right? Okay, that's great, right? Avishalan, right? Yes. So same as previously. So you have to find the price of 5 kilograms of apples. Okay? 5 kilograms of apple, right? So this is the thing that you need to find, huh? And they have given you the price of 3 kilograms of apple, right? So it is something same in 150 rupees, right? And I think Dinogi joined. But Dinogi, the question that I am going to uh, discuss, right? I have sent the question into the chat. I do not know whether you can access the full chat, right? But the thing I am going to discuss is this, right? So there, we have to find the price of 5 kilograms of apples. But in the question they have been given us to, right? The price of 3 kilograms of apples, which is 150 rupees. So I will first by using unitary method, I need to find the price of 1 kilograms of apple, right? So I'm going to find the price of one 1 kilogram, right? 1 kilogram of apple. Don't write, huh? And if you cannot understand, look at the board. If you can understand, nothing, right? Well done. So, what is the price of 3 kilograms? It will give you 150 rupees, right? Right? 3 kilograms of apple. 3 kilograms of apple, 150 rupees. So I need to find the price of 1 kilogram. So 3 kilograms, 150, 150 divided by 3, right? 150 divided by 3, then I can take the price of 1 kilogram of apple, right? So it is 50 rupees, right? Now what is the now price of 5 kilograms of apple, right? Price of 5, I will erase this 5 kilograms of apple, right? Same as previous. Now here we know the price of 1 kilogram, right? Price of 1 kilogram, right? Price of 1 kilogram, which is 50 rupees. We know price of 1 kilogram of apple. Then we have to find the 5 kilograms of apple. 1 kilogram is 50. Then 5 kilograms. We have to multiply it by 5. Right? So 1 kilogram price is here. So we have to find the 5 kilograms of apple. I will multiply it by 5. So totally you will get 250 rupees. Right? So this is the way that you are going to solve this kind of question by using unitary method. Unitary method is here, right? Right. First of all, you have to find for 1 unit, right? 1 kilogram of apple. Previously, one price of 1 kilograms of apple, right? So this is how you are going to begin the question, right? Okay, please write this. Once you finish, let me know. Right. Okay. What about others? Did you finish writing? Risandi, Kalana, Banuka, Senukmi, Bituni, Ritik. Ritik has done. Okay, then Second question, problem number 2, right? If a typist types 120 pages in 4 hours, how many pages can that typist type in 7 hours? Please try to do this problem number 2. I will put it into the chat as well, right? And I want to see who finishes first. මට බලන්න කවුද මේක ටක් ගාලා ඉවර ගන්න කියලා. And please send me the answer directly to me. Once you finish, right? I will give you like 2 minutes from now to do that. 2 minutes. Please try to send me the answer. And let's see who finishes first. These are like short questions. These are like short questions. You have to write the thing. Okay. Wanna send me? Dinugi has send me the answer. Yes. Dinugi has got the first place. Okay, so no need to type all the things, Dinugi. You can send me just the answer. Right? Okay, then Ritik. I do not know whether your answers are correct or wrong. Right? Let's see. Alana, look me. Ritik has to say, check the answer a little bit. When multiplying, I think multiplication table එකේ කොහේ හරි පොඩ්ඩක් mismatch කරනවා. Right? එකතු කරද්දී හරි කොහේ හරි. Hey, what about the others? I will do some more, right? If you cannot understand. Here is Sandhya send me the answer. Ritik, please check your answer. ඔය වැඩි කරනකොට තමයි ඔය අර ඔලකින් ඉතින් අතෝ ගණන් ගානේ ප්‍රශ්නයක් නෙමෙයි. So multiplication table, right? Yeah. Okay, Mithuni has sent me the answer. Okay, let's see. Yes. Right, hope you have finished, right? So Dinugi, Avinsha, what about Avinsha? Avinsha बता कर कितना है? Grade 7 8 6 7 8 ला आया कथा करना है. मैं लोगों ऐसे हम कटी रहती है लोगों. हाँ. मैं सोबत है ना अनेक क्लास में उन्होंने අනිත් සබ්ජෙක්ට්ස් ක්ලාස් වල ඒවලු මේ ඒ කරලා ඔයාලට මේ කතා කියනවාද? right? Tell me yes or no. Some kind of story. වටින කියන කතා කියනවද නැද්ද? tell me. Yes or no? කියන්නද? Right, okay. So however, I am not going to say much more kata, right? මේ එහෙම කියන්න ගත්තොත් එහෙනම් මට තියෙන ලොරි ගණන් කියන්න. කියනවා right. මේ බානුව කියනවා. very nice good right. so මට එහෙම කිව්වොත් එහෙම තියෙනවා ගොඩක් දේවල් කියන්න right. ඉදිරියේදී කියමුවා right when we have time. But what I am more focusing now is how to finish your syllabus right before the second term. Right? So we need to discuss more questions and we need to discuss more papers. Right? So on and so forth. So there are so many works to do. Right? So you are going to go to the grade 10 next year. Right? Then all level. So there. So we have some more responsibility. අත පොඩි පොඩි එකක් දෙයක් කියන්න. So දැම්ම නෙවෙයි later. Right? Okay. කතා කියන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ මාත් එක්ක කතා කරන්නේ නෙමෙයි. ඔව් කතා කරන්නේ. Right? Okay. So in the question it says if a typist types 120 pages in 4 hours, right? So that is a fact that you have to take from your question. 4 hours, right? Typist type how many pages? 120. 120 pages. Right? And the question what they are asking is how many pages can they type in 7 hours? Right? From 7 hours, how many pages can be typed? So this one has to be found. How many pages? Right. So there are two quantities, right? Hours and page. Hours and pages are your two quantities, right? So now I am not going to much more explain about this. First of all, right? So it has been asked, right? You need to find the number of pages, right? Right? Within 7 hours that typist can type, right? So here this is the only data that you can use to find or to apply the unitary method, right? Within 4 hours 120 pages. Within 4 hours 120. Within 1 hour how many pages that typist can type? That is the first thing that you need to find, right? So we can write the pages that can type within 1 hour, right? So we know 4 hours 123. So in order to find for a 1 hour, that will be 120 pages can be divided by 4. So it will give you, so you know how to divide 120 by 4. It will give you like 30 pages per hour. Okay. Per hour that typist can type, right? 30 pages, right? So how many pages? For 7 hours, right? And now you can write total pages for 7 hours, right? This can be vary, whatever you can write, right? So it doesn't matter. So final answer should be 30 times 7, right? So it will give you 210 pages, right? Okay, right. Uh, Try to do the third one and fourth one and fifth one. Oh, sorry. I haven't shared. Right. Sorry, guys. I haven't shared the screen. Now I am sharing. Right. Please do the third one and do the fourth one and do the sixth one. Right. Right. You can send me the answer like type 3. This is the answer. Sorry. Fourth question. This is the answer. Fifth question. This is the answer. Right. In this mode, you can send me. Let's see who finishes first. Those three questions. Huh? Please send me the answers. Tagga 11. Then after that, let's discuss the questions. Right. Guys, මේ පාඩම හොඳට අල්ලගන්න. Right. මේක ගොඩක් වැදගත්. Right. This is most important thing. Important lesson in the textbook. Right. Let's see who finishes first. Okay, listen the. Okay. Bituni got second. Uh-huh. Please try to send the whole answers at once. ඔක්කොම answers ටික එකපාර ගන්න try කරන්න. නැත්තම් ඔයාලගේ අර pattern එක කැඩෙනවා. මේක ලියා ගන්නවා. Then you have done the third one. Then you are going to again type. Then your pattern might lose. රටාව lose කරගන්න දෙන්න එපා. Do all the questions. Then do the typing at the end. Yeah, who sent me the answers? All answers. Vinsher. Yes. Kavisha, in order to typing rupees, right? The full word, you can use RS, rupees. right. මොකද මුලින් තියෙන 10 10 20 15 150 I cannot understand that. Okay. So Dinugi, the fourth one. Ah, yeah. Yes, your answer is correct, right? So 20 liters, right? So Avisha has to check. Ah, no, no. Ah, now I got the pattern, right? Right. So you have been given the answer first, then for 150 rupees, the whole price, right? Yeah, yeah. Okay. Just answer is only what I need, right? So others is still doing. Palana, Bituni, Senutmi, Kritik, uh, other Banuka, Krisandi, still doing that. Guys, you need more time to complete the others? Mhm. I just need the answer, right? Just type the answer here. Third one answer, fourth one answer, fifth one answer. No need to write the other things, right? So just 20 kilometers, 20 liters, blah blah blah. Right, okay. So I'll discuss. Right, I'm going to stop sharing. Uh, so I'm not going to write all the things. Huh? These are very simple questions. Uh, in the third question, it's saying expense was 90 rupees. Ah, so now you need to identify expense was 90 rupees. Right? What is the cost of 10 pence? So you have to find the price of 10 pence. Right? Expense was 90. So you need to find the price of 1 pence. Right? So I'm not going to write all the things. So you have to match them. Price of 1 pence. How do we find expense 90? In order to find the price of 1 pen, you have to divide 90 by 6. Right? So, what is the price? It is 15 rupees. Right? Now, how many pens? You have to find totally 10. So, total cost. Right? Total cost of 10 pens. Right? You can write total cost of 10 pens. So, you have to multiply the cost of 1 pen by 10 pence. 15 multiplied by 10. 150 rupees. Right? This is the third one. Right? Hope you have all have got the correct answer for this one. And the fourth one. Now I'm going to discuss the fourth one. A car uses 12 liters. Right? A car uses 12 liters of fuel to travel 118 kilometers. 180 kilometers. Right? 180 kilometers and the car uses 12 liters. Right? 12 liters. And how much fuel is needed to travel 300 kilometers? How much fuel is needed to travel 300 kilometers? Right? So you have been asked how many liters do you need to fuel in your car to travel 300 kilometers? So same as previous, right? 180 kilometers, right, can be traveled by using 12 liters, right? Then I can find, right, by using 1 liter, right? Sorry, uh, for 1 kilometer, how many liters have been consumed, right? Right. So how many liters can, sorry, how many kilometers can travel by using 1, right? 1 kilometer can be traveled by using how many liters, right? So how to do that? So you will have to find, right? Right, you can write how many liters, or you can write number of liters used to travel 1 kilometer, right? So 180 12 liters, right? 180 12 liters. So you need to find how many liters that we need to travel 1 kilometer. So you have to divide this 12 liters by 180 kilometers, right? So this one you can, if you want, you can use the long division to simplify this, but I am not going to use long division this time, right? So, however, I will keep it in a simple way, right? So, 12 and 180. Can you simplify it furthermore? Can you simplify it furthermore? 12 and 180. Are there any common factors? 12, 8. Right. Can anyone say what is the common factor for 12 and 180? Just send me in the chat. Huh? For 12 and 180, common factor. Okay. You can use 3 for dividing 12 and 180. Right. What? If you can remember, like multiples of 6, can you use directly? Right? Yes, you can use multiples of 3, right? 12 divided by 180. You can simplify this. 3 times 4, right? 3 times 60. Again, you have to simplify this 4 and 16, right? Because for this 4 and 60, you have again common factor, right? But I will use the common factor as 6. 6 times 2, 6 times 3, 30, right? 2 and 30, right? So I have to simplify this again, right? Here you have the numerator, you have 2, denominator, you have 10. For 2 times 1, 2 times 50, right? So I can keep this like 1 upon 50, right? Liters, right? Now they are asking how many liters do we want to travel 300 kilometers, right? So here, right, by using 1 kilometer, sorry, by using 1 upon 15 liters, we can travel 1 kilometer, 1 kilometer, right? Now we are going to find how many liters do we want to travel 300 kilometers, right? Number of liters, so number of liters need to travel 300 kilometers, right? So, right, 1 upon 15 liters is needed to travel 1 kilometer, right? If you want to travel 300 kilometers, right, how many liters that we need to fill our car, right? 1 upon 15, 1 upon 15, right? Here you have in the numerator 300. So, here you have uh, 30 at the first, and here you have 15, right? So you can just divide 300 by 15. 15 times 1, here 15 times 10, right? 15 times 10. So altogether, you will need 10 liters in order to travel 300 kilometers, right? Did I make something wrong? Oh, yes. 50 times 2, here, here 15 times 1, and for 30 we have 15 times 2, right? Sorry guys, it's 20. We need 20 liters to travel 300 kilometers, right? So 12 liters we can go up to 180 kilometers, and by using 20 liters we can travel 300 kilometers, right? So that is the fourth one. Now let's do the fifth part. Right. Fifth one say a car uses, right? A worker earns, right, 2,400 rupees for 8 days, right? For 8 days, for 8 days, worker earns 2,400 rupees, and they are asking if that worker works for 15 days, 15 days, right? 15 days. How much he earns, right? How much he earns. So very easy. Life period. For 8 days, he earns 2,400, right? For 15 days, now we need to find how much he earns, right? For 15 days, if we know, right, how much he earns per day, or how much he earns one day, we can multiply it by 15 directly in order to find for the 15. So let's find first, right? Now, earnings for 1 day, right? Earnings for 1 day, right? For 8 days, he earned 2,400 rupees. For 1 day, you have to divide this by 8, right? Okay. Now find this. I will simplify it something like here. So you can use your pencil in order if you want to find simplify it. 8 times 1, 8 times 3, 300. So per day he earns 300 rupees. Okay. And for 15 days, how much he earns? Right. So you can write earnings for 15 days. Right. You can match up. You can write whatever you want. Right. You have to match the sentences in your words. Right. For 1 day, it is 300. For 15 days, how much he earns? 0, 0, and 15 times 3, 4,500 rupees. And at the end, you have to verify your answer by using two stripes, right? Verify your answer, right? For 15 days, the worker earns 4,500 rupees, right? Okay, that is very basic, huh? That is very basic, right, guys? Do you have any question from this part? This part, do you have any question? තියෙනවා කියන්න නැත්නම් no කියන්න you can send me a message or like you can say ඔයාලා කියන්න පුළුවන් right? Do you have any questions up to now what we have discussed here? මොනවද ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවද? Any unclear point or anything? තියෙනවද? Do you have any question? Yeah, can. Okay, කලිෂර් නැහැලු. ප්‍රශ්න එතකොට අනිත් අයට තියෙනවද ඒ කියන්නේ? අනිත් අයට තියෙනවද ප්‍රශ්න? Okay. මම ඉස්සෙල්ලා කිව්වනේ මේ මොකක්ද අර do all the questions and then start typing කියලා ඉවරලා අර මම කිව්වේ. ඒ කියන්නේ ඔයාලගේ රටාව කැඩෙනවා කියලා ඔයාලගේ මේ අර එකම දේ එක දිගට කරගෙන යනකොට right පිටින් distraction එකක් ආවොත් අර ඔයාලා කරගෙන ගියපු රටාව කැඩෙනවා. හරිද? මම පොඩි කතාවක් කියන්නේ. හරි? ඔයාලා ඉස්සෙල්ලා ඇහුවනේ. So what I want to tell you, right? Comment English again, right? කතාවක් කියන්න ඕන නේ ඉංග්‍රීසි, right? එතකොට ඔයාලා දන්නවනේ Bruce Lee නේ? Bruce Lee දන්නවනේ? I hope you know guys, right? මොකද පුංචි කාලේ අපි නම් දැනගෙන හිටියා මේ Bruce Lee ද. මම හිතන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ දන්නවා, right? Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee කියලා තියෙනවා, right? එයා සටන් කරුවෙක් නේ. right? එතකොට Bruce Lee කියලා තියෙනවා විවිධ වර්ගයේ පහරවල්, right? විවිධ right කරාටේ කරන කට්ටිය දන්නවනම් right? එතකොට කරාටේ හරි whatever fighting technique හරි මොකක් හරි fighting technique කරන කෙනෙක් දන්නවා එකම පාර නෙමෙයි තියෙන්නේ විවිධ පාරවල් ගොඩාක් තියෙනවා right? කොමුණට ගහනවා අතින් ගහනවා කකුලෙන් ගහනවා right? different type of pointers and kicks නේ right? Bruce Lee කියන එක තමයි මේ එයා බය නෑලු different different sure different පහරවල් right විවිධ වර්ගයේ පහරවල් 1000ක් ගන්න කෙනෙක්ට එයා බය නැහැලු හරිද හැබැයි එකම වාර right වා කියන්නකෝ ඔයා ගහන්න හොඳටම දන්නේ ටික් එකක් විතරයි ඒකත් ගහන්න දන්නේ වම් කකුලේ හරිද එහෙම නැත්නම් කවුරු හරි කෙනෙක් දන්නවා ඒ අපි කියමු කවුද රිතික් කියලා රිතික් දන්නේ දහමාකින් පහරක් එල්ල කරන්න විතරයි හරිද හැබැයි එයා ඩේලි හැමදාම හරිද ඔය එක ෂොට් එක එයාට වෙන ෂොට් ගහන්න බෑ හරිද වෙන ෂොට් ගහන්න බෑ එයා ගහන්න දන්නේ එක ෂොට් එක රයිට් මූණට පන්ච් එක විතරයි ගහන්න දන්නේ නේ මූණට රයිට් ඕක විතරයි ගහන්න දන්නේ අන්නේ පන්ච් එක විතරක් හරිද 1000 වාරයක් පුරුදු වෙච්ච කෙනෙක්ට බූස්ලි බය වෙනවා හරිද අර ෂොට් එක වර්ග ෂොට් 1000ක් ගන්න කෙනෙක්ට වැඩිය එක ෂොට් එක 1000 වාරයක් පුරුදු වුණ කෙනෙක්ට හරි එක ෂොට් එක 1000 වාරයක් පුරුදු වෙච්ච කෙනෙක්ට බූස්ලි බයයි. ඇයි? එතන තියෙනවා අර මේ මොකද්ද? අවස්ථාවගෙන යන කන්සිස්ටන්සි කියන එක. හරි. ඒ කියන්නේ යා පුරුදු වෙලා ජීවිත කාලෙම පුරුදු වෙලා තියෙන මේ පංච විතරයි. හැබැයි වෙන එක්කෙනෙක් ජීවිත කාලෙම මේ පුරුදු වෙලා ෂොට් 1000ක් විතර ගන්නවා. රෝස් කියන කෙනෙක්ට බය නැහැ. හැබැයි අර එක පාරක් ජීවිත කාලේ පුරුදු පිච්ච කෙනෙක්ට පුරුදු බයයි. ඇයි? එයා ඒක මේ මොකද මාස්ටර් කරලා තියෙන්නේ. හරි. ඒ කියන්නේ එයා ඒක ප්‍රගුණ කරලා තියෙන්නේ. ඒ කියන්නේ උදාහරණයක් විදිහට එයාට ඒ ෂොට් එකට ලෑල්ලක් ගැල්ලුවොත් එයා ලෑල්ල කඩාගෙන යන්න ගහනවා. හරිද? මොකද එයා ඒ ෂොට් එක විතරයි ජීවිත කාලෙම ට්‍රේන් වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. හරිද? කියන්නේ කවුරු හරි වෙලා ලෑල්ලකින් ගහන්න හදුවා එයා ලෑල්ලත් එක්ක දෙකට කැඩලා යන්නේ ෂොට් එක ගහනවා. අන්න ඒක නේද පුරුදු බය කියලා කියන්නේ එකම ෂොට් එක 1000 වාරයක් ගෙන ගත්තු කෙනෙක්. අර මම කිව්වේ ගණන් හදන වෙලාවට හරි උදාහරණය තමයි මට කියන්න ඕනේ ගණන් හදන වෙලාවට ගණන් විතරක් හදන්න. හරි. ගණන් හදන වෙලාවට නිකන් විද්‍යාව පොඩ්ඩක් බලලා හරිද? ආයෙ ගණන් පොඩ්ඩක් බලනවා. ආයෙ පොඩ්ඩක් විනාඩි 30ක් විතර ගිහලා ආයෙ විද්‍යාව පොඩ්ඩක් බලලා එහෙම කරන්න එපා. කන්සිස්ටන්සි එක තියාගන්න. පැයක් ගණන් බලනවා නම් පැයම ගණන් බලන්න. right ගණන් හදන්න. ඊට පස්සේ මේ මූඩු විද්‍යාව right science. right first you have to change right. එතකොට ඒක තමයි මට කියන්න ඕනේ right. හරි මම කිව්වේ අර ගණන් හදලා ඉවරලා ගානක් හදනවා ටයිප් කරලා ඉවර. ඊට පස්සේ ඊළඟ ගානට යනකොට මතක් කරන පළවෙනි පියවර මොකද්ද මම මේ මුලින්ම කරන්න ඕනේ. right likewise you are getting lagging right. පොඩ lag එකක්. ඒක නිසා so you have to do all the questions පට ගාලා කරන්න then at the end type you can right okay so that is the thing what I wanted to say right පොඩි කතාවක් වුණ කිව්වා right නැත්නම් ඔයාලා කිව්වොත් මේ ආක අවගන්නවා විතරයි කියලා ඉවරලා okay let's move into okay guys send me the answer for the fourth one please do this. If a printing machine makes 240 copies in a 5 minutes, determine the number of copies it makes in 12 minutes. Tangaleon, let me know the answers. I want to see who finishes first. How the Viragan one. Maybe chapter is done nothing. So you have to write the sentences as well. Right? For those sentences in your exam, you will be given marks, not answer. Okay. Send me the answer. Okay. 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 Let's see. Fine. Then Dinuki. Okay. Bithuni. Okay. Okay. Bithuni, you have to check your answer little bit. Sometimes when you are dividing something, yes, yes, yeah, yeah, right. Avinch, Banu inner. Banu ka mega mukal Banu. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Old. තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ වගේද?
නෑ සර්.
නෑ කිව්වේ තේරෙන්නේ නැද්ද? තේරෙනවා. කමිෂන් බානුක මොනවාරි අවුලක් තියනවද මේකේ? නැත්තම් තියනවද? Any unclear points?
No, no, sir.
Ah, okay.
Till
Now,
now, sir, no, sir.
okay. Bithuni got the answer. Okay. So, right. All of you need to send me answer. Right. So, it says, what it says, if a printing machine makes 240 copies in 5 minutes. 5 minutes में in 5 minutes में. Right. Okay. Determine the number of copies it makes in 12 minutes. Right. In 12 minutes. Right. So, you know how much copies it will make within 5 minutes. Right. If you want to find for 12 minutes, how many copies? Right. First of all, you need to find how many copies it generates or it makes within 1 minute, right? So for 5 minutes, it will give you 240 copies. 240 copies. So for 12 minutes, you need to find them. Right? So I will find number of copies it makes in 1 minute, or you can use within 1 minute or whatever, right? Blah blah blah. So how do we find that? When 240 copies has been generated using within 5 minutes, right? Then in order to find for 1 minute, you have to divide this 240 copies by 5 minutes. So it will give you uh, 48 copies per minute, right? So for 1 minute, it will generate 40 copies, right? So now you have to find for 12 minutes. So you can write total copies for 12 minutes, right? You can customize this. So 1 minute, 40 copies. For 12 minutes, how many copies? Right? 48 times.
570.
Yes. 576. 76, right? Yes, right. 76 copies. Right. Great. So now I am going to share the screen again. Right. I have shared the screen. Hope you can see. The
Yeah, yes.
right. Okay. Please write from here. Solving problems using definition. I will explain. Na? So let's assume that the price of an amount of X of a certain item is U rupees and the price of an amount of Y, the same item is V rupees. So then draw this picture, and from here your left hand side it is amount, in the right hand side it is price, right? And right up to here applying cross multiplication. So I have put O and here you have blank space. Huh? I will explain what to do with this blank space. Right up to this point, please write Taggalali Anna, right? And let me know once you finish. Then I will explain. Taggalali Anna, right? And I will explain what to do with the blank space at the end, right? Apply cross multiplication. Some of you may know, right? If you can remember, you can do the cross multiplication for the relevant right hand side one. And I have built the cross multiplication for my left hand side. And you have to fill it with the right hand side by using the upper one, right? In terms of fraction. So you can write it as well. Please write it down and please let me know once you finish. D4 done. Right. Okay. Okay. Bithuni has done. Right. Right. You are on a message. Okay. Kavish. Okay. So I am going to stop sharing. Na. Hope you guys finish. Do you need more time to write? Mom, maybe use time, guys. Then I will save. I will be able to save more time to do more questions. Right. Others, what do you need more time? කියන්න ආයෙ පස්සේ කියන්න එපා මේ ලියන්න බැරුණා කියලා. I am asking from you all, right? Whether you people you need more time or not, right? Okay. Lithuanian Avisha has done, right? Okay. Right. Okay. I'm going to stop sharing and I will explain. Sorry. So guys, did you feel the last on this one? This plan, right? Applying cross multiplication. This one related to the upper one. And by looking at this part, you have to fill this, right? This cross multiplication, you have to fill that. Right? Hope you have done that, right? If you didn't do, please look at. I will do it here, right? Okay. So here, what I have done is, right? So you people know how to do cross multiplication, ne? It is very simple as that, ne? I will first of all clear one. I will clear this, clear this. Then, so how do you do the cross multiplication, right? So you can begin from this side, huh? Right? So this one goes to the upper side of your left hand side, and this one goes to the right hand side top, right? Right. Y goes to this side, your right hand side top, and V goes to your left hand side top, right? Then you will be able to get V is here, your Y is here. So that is how you do cross multiplication. Cross, right? Cross this way, right? Bottom to top, bottom to top, right? Here you have equal mark, right? Bottom to top, bottom to top, right? Very easy, right? I just wanted to explain that, huh? So, right. For this part, the answer will be y times y multiplied by u equals, now in this side you have v, right, at the top, v multiplied by x, right? So that is how we are going to do the cross multiplication, right? Okay. Now I will explain this very easily, right? So nothing to understand. Huh? Don't try to by heart, right? So this is very simple, right? By looking at the picture and by using the cross multiplication, you can solve any direct proportion question, right? Okay, I will clear. Then we will do some questions. Then you will be able to understand it, right? So here solving problem using definition, right? So forget it. Then let's assume that the price of an amount of X of a certain item is U rupees, and the price of an amount of Y of the same item is V rupees, right? So once you have seen kind of, if you have like two quantities, right? I will come back to the board. I will come back to the board. Right. I just want to explain these things. Right. Right. So here, if you have two quantities like this, right? Two quantities, right? X and U, Y and V, right? Amount and price, two quantities. In each and every questions, right? Each and every questions they are asking using these two quantity, right? Right. So amount will be asked like same, right? Here and here, and price will be asked like this, right? And first of all, right, you have to draw this kind of a picture, right? Actually, no need to draw this kind of picture, right? By reading the question, you can identify this amount of X cost U rupees, right? Amount of Y cost V rupees, right? They will ask something like that. Oh, amount of X cost U rupees. Find the amount of Y. How much does it cost? Right? So you have to find this. You have to find this V. Right? Very easy. Right? If you sketch like this, right? If you write something like this, what you can do? Right? You can write this X and Y in this format. Right? And in this way, right? X to Y. This is the ratio, right? This is the ratio or the proportion, right? And what can you write this your right hand side? It can be written as this U to Y, sorry, U to V, right? Proportion, right? I will explain using some questions, right? So don't try to understand in deeply, right? Make a deeply understand just try to understand the pattern. You first read the question and you first of all you need to sketch something like this, right? Amount of price or whatever quantity. Then you can use this format, right? In your left hand side like this, right? And in your right hand side quantities you can write like this. And how do you write this kind of a thing, right? How do you write this kind of a thing in terms of fraction? X to Y, X to Y, right? X to Y. It can be written down X divided by Y, right? X divided by Y equals U to V. Proportion so you can write it like U divided by V, right? Or you can write the same thing, right? In the opposite way. Do you know the reciprocal? I think you know. Well, I am not going to ask. Reciprocal. Right? What is the reciprocal of 3 divided by 2? Can anyone say? Reciprocal of 3 divided by 2?
2 divided by 3.
Nice. Excellent. Right? So the reciprocal of 3 divided by 2 is 2 divided by 3. The other way around. Same thing has been done here. Right? X divided by Y. This can be written as Y divided by 8. Right? By looking at this divide. Right? Reciprocal can be taken. And if you apply the reciprocal for this, your left hand side, right hand side, you have to do the same. U divided by V divided by U. Y divided by X, V divided by U. X divided by Y equals U divided by V, and take the reciprocal. If you want, actually no need to do this part. Only this part is okay. And then if you obtain something like this, you can use the cross multiplication, right? Okay. Don't try to understand deeply, right? Now I am going to stop sharing, right? Okay. Then over there on the Sonata come up next, right? Aim got they give, right? Now let's go for some questions, huh? Then let's try to understand by using some question. Please write this example number 1 while I am clearing the room. Right. Price of 5 mangoes, right? Price of 5 mangoes is 75 rupees. Find the price of 8 mangoes. Very easy, huh? Okay, I will put this into the chat as well. And I will explain it now. How to use the definition, right? I'm going to stop sharing, huh? Now look at the board, right? In your question, it says price of 5 mangoes. Price, right? Price. In the previous thing, right? It is something like price and amount. So here also we will be having those two quantities, like price of 5 mangoes. Price, that is one quantity, right? And 5 mangoes. Oh, the other quantity is mangoes, right? Oh, amount of mangoes, whatever you can write, huh? Right? It is up to you, right? And is 75 rupees, right? And find the price of 8 mangoes, right? The two quantities are mangoes and price, right? Amount of mangoes and price, right? So you have to find the total price of 8 mangoes, right? So I will take amount in my left hand side and I will take my price in my right hand side, right? Whatever you can just change these two, right? Nothing matters, right? And price of 5 mangoes is 75 rupees, right? How many mangoes? 5 mangoes. Total cost 75 rupees, right? And find the price of 8 mangoes. How many mangoes? Amount? How many amount? How much of amount? 8 mangoes, right? Now you need to find the price of that 8 mangoes, right? So we do not know that. I will put it as X, right? I will put it as X, right? If you want, you can write, right? X equals to price of 8 mangoes, right? Right. If you want, you can write this as it. Now you can apply the definition. Very easy. By looking at this, you can easily apply 5 divided by 8, right? 5 divided by 8. Or first of all, you can write 5 colon 8. Here you have empty space. You can put equal 75 to x. 75 to x. 5 to 8 equals 75 to x. Very easy. Now you can write this 5 upon 8 equals 75 upon x. Cross multiply. Here to here, here to here, right? By using your mind, you can do that. So x comes to the top of your left hand side. 5 times x equals 75 times 8, right? Because I do not have enough space here, I will move to this side. This is 5 times x. 5 times x, right? So I will rewrite it. 5 times x equals 75 times 8. Now I am not going to obtain the answer for 75 times 8. I am keeping this same as it is. Right? I am keeping this as it is because I will explain it to you later. Right? Now here, you know how to isolate x name. You know how to isolate x name. How? How do you isolate x in your left hand side? 5 times x. Can anyone tell me? I'm just checking your knowledge. Tell me. How do you isolate x? Or how do you find the value of x? What can you do for your left hand side? This part. And how do you obtain the answer for it? Here, right? Ritik, whatever. No saying. If someone else can be. Yeah. Yes. Nice. Nice video. Thank you for the answer. Right. So here you have 5 times x. 5 multiplied by x. Multiplication. What is the opposite of that? Multiplication. Division. Right. One may lecture explain that right? I am not supposed to explain this much because grade 8, right? Grade 7, and you know how to do this one, no? Isolate it. Right? If someone of you forgot, right? In any case, right? I am explaining this too much. 5 times 6. So you are going to isolate x next. So you can divide both sides by 5, right? Sorry. I have written down the same step. So you can divide both sides by 5. Right. Here you can cancel out 5 to 5. So in your left hand side, you can find x only. This is why I do not simplify 75 times 8. That is why I keep as it is. Right? So 75 and 5 can be simplified furthermore. 5 times 1. Here you will have 5 times 1, 50. 15 times 8. So 15 times 8 will give you 8 times 40, remainder 120, right? So this is not the final answer. You have right final answer. Price of 8 mangoes is 120 rupees. So yeah, I can write. So I will write it here. Right? Price of sorry. प्रश्न क्या हुआ है?
No, sir.
All right. Mind on right. Price of 8 mangoes is 120 rupees. So this is how you are going to approach. Right now, before writing, please look at the. You have two quantities, amount and price. This has been taken from your question, right? Price of 5 mangoes 75. Price of 8 mangoes you have to find, and I have put it like x. And if you want write this, x equals price of 8 mangoes, right? And you can write this one as a ratio like this: 5 to 8, 5 to 8, 75 to x, 75 to x. Then you can write this ratio as a proportion: 5 divided by 8, 5 divided by 8 equals 75 divided by x, 75 divided by x. Then do the cross multiplication here. Then isolate x and find the value of x, and you have to verify your answer like this. Right? Please write this. This is very easy. Very easy. That is why I said don't try to understand the previous thing I explained deeply. Right? Hope you can understand this step by step. Right, once you finish, let me know. You can send me D for done. No? මම හැමදාම කියනවා වගේ අනිවාර්යෙන් වතුර බොන්න පාඩම් කරනකොට right මේක මතක තියාගන්න ගොඩක් ඕන වෙයි. Okay, Vituni has done. What about others? Do you need more time? Right, Kavinsha done. Okay. Okay, hope others done now. Okay, Kalana done. Right. Right. Okay, let's write this one. Okay, Ritik done. Nice. Please write this. Find the price at which an item bought for. Sorry. Don't write. Let's do some questions from this previous one. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Share. Let's do. Let's do. Please do this. See. If the distance traveled in 4 hours by a motorbike moving at a constant speed is 240 kilometers, find the distance traveled by it in 3 hours. You have to use the same way. You have to use the same way. Try to obtain the answer for C. And let me know the answer. Let's see who finishes first. Taggala. No need to write the question, right? If you want, you can write. This is from your textbook. If you catch the pattern, this is nothing, huh? Okay, someone has sent me the answer. Vituri. Okay, she has got the first place. Let's see. Yeah. So that answer is correct, I think. Nice result. Yes, Kavisha got the second place. Nice. Always Kavisha is giving me the full answer, right? Nice. Yeah. I mean, so it is 180 kilometers. You give me the answer like yes, 180. Yes. Then again, got. Okay. I hope you guys have got the correct answer, right? Then with me, Ritik, how the it's Banuka, Tisangi. If Alana has sent me the answer, okay. Guys, do you have any questions from this one? Sorry, unclear point at the other side. Because the uttare parak mein, please, guys, if you understand this or if you have any questions, please raise your hands. You can. I think you know how to raise hands, right? Oh, okay. Uh, if you don't have any, okay, right? If you fully understood this part, please raise your hand. If you fully understood this part, please raise your hand. Right? I think you know how to raise hands, right? No? Yeah. Okay. Only two people. Senutmi and Bituni. What about others? Banukas, Kavincha, okay. Okay, Ritik got. Dinugi, I hope Dinugi understood. Risandi, uttar
Yes.
aave. Okay. Risandi, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
So you got all correct. I mean, no problem, right?
No, sir.
Fully understood.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you have any questions, please you can excuse and ask now.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Okay. Hope you got the answer for this one, and I will stop sharing and I will discuss that one as well. Right. Very easy. Right. So first of all, you need to identify what are the two quantities. So in the part C, it says, right, if the distance traveled in 4 hours, that is time, right? The first quantity is time, right? Hours. Oh, you can say hours, right? No, hours means time, 4 hours. By motorbike, moving at a constant speed is 240 kilometers. The other quantities, you can say kilometer, but it is distance, right? Distance. Right. First one is time. මේක කල්පනා කර ඉන්න එපා, right? Exam එකේදී, right? So you know the two quantities ඔළුවට ආව ඕනද just write like this, right? Okay. This is what hours, right? Hours. The other one is kilometer. Okay. These are the two quantities. Done, right? ඕක කතා කල්පනා කරන්න එපා. මේක hours, time, kilometers, distance. Okay. ආවොත් ආව නැත්නම් නෑ මේ වලින්, right? So hours, kilometer. So within 4 hours, goes 240 kilometers. Within 4 hours, 240 kilometers. And it asks from us 3 hours. Right? How many kilometers? I will put this as y. Right? Right? You can write y equals number of kilometers traveled in 3 hours. Right? If you want to write it, or however you are going to write the final answer, right? Really, if you want, you can write it. Right? Right? Not essential because you are verifying your answer at the end. Right? Okay. Right? Same pattern. This is very easy. Right? Hours 4 to 3. 4 to 3 equals 240 to 1. So you know this is the ratio, and by using the proportion, 4 divided by 3 equals 240 divided by y. Cross multiplication. This will give you 4 times y. This will give you 3 times 240. Right? And how do you isolate y in your left hand side? Right? 4 times 4 multiplied, then divide by 4 both sides. 4 times cancel out, and then left hand side you have y 3 times 240 divided by 4. 240 and 4 can be simplified furthermore. 4 times 1, 4 times 60, right? 3 times 60, 180. So you can write the motorbike, right? The motorbike travels 180 kilometers in 3 hours, right? In 3 hours. I have not written all things. Motorbike, the car. Yes, motorbike, right? Motorbike travels 180 kilometers in 3 hours, right? So all of you have got the correct answer, right? Nice. Right, okay. So for today, I'm going to give you please wait. Please write down your homework. So you have to do it and tell me. So we did this one. We did this one. You have to do. You can do this 10.3 part 1, right? How do you do this? So you can put this x and you can find the value. And this is x, you can find the value. This is x, you can find the value. And this is x, you can put the value there, right? Right? Oh, and from the second question, you have to do part A, part B, right? And you have to do part F, and you have to do part part G, right? 10.3, these things, right? And this one can be done here, here. You have to find. And from the second one, A, B, C, F, G, right? Okay, then I'll take a screenshot. Wait, so you can do this at home. Wait. I will put this into the group. Okay. And